Hello. Oh my goodness. Take over. Just me and you today. Hi, by the way. Hope you're day well. You feeling swell. It's your boy Chai Louie. Listen. I'm gonna show y'all something. I am going to show you something. So as you can see, I have custody of 2 platforms. I do got custody of both platforms, and I figured it would be best to clarify what I will be focusing on either platform. This is subject to change, not in like I'm gonna remove stuff, but you know, we're always gonna be watching more stuff on YouTube, and we're always gonna be watching more stuff on Twitch. But I do want to say that what I start on YouTube, I will keep on YouTube. What I start on Twitch, I will keep on Twitch. Of course, the VODs will go up on Patreon. I love Boracity, bro. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I do like Boracity. Now, my question to y'all is, what the hell been happening with this? What's her name? The shorty that was in front of the mic with a mask crying. Like, what's her issue? Like, go.
If you're expecting a detailed explanation of what is happening between Adore and Hype, I highly recommend getting informed about the entire case and how multiple K-pop groups are being affected. This is a channel dedicated to BTS, so I will heavily focus on the current smear campaign.
Wait, so we... Oh, okay, hold on. Adore... All right, let's watch this real quick. I'm trying to really learn like what's going on.
All the drama with Min Heejin and Hybe, as well as the accusations and allegations that were thrown from both sides, has made a lot of people wonder how, and most importantly, when did this all start? Well, we're here to provide answers because we have a full timeline of their conflict. Let's go to the very beginning, more specifically to the end of 2018, when Min Heejin ended up leaving SM Entertainment after 17 years of working there. According to her, she had felt burned out after pushing herself too hard once she was promoted to the position of a director, saying that there would be times when they would film 4 to 5 music videos or release 4 or 5 albums in a month. She hadn't wanted to quit immediately, even though it was hard, but then she said that she noticed Lee Soo-min's work and mindset change over time, which left her disappointed. Because of this, she went to talk to him, as he is the founder of SM, and brought up the topic of leaving the company since she wanted to do something new and realized that she couldn't do it as long as she worked under SM. Because Lee Soo-min realized that the company would be at a loss if Min Heejin left, he offered her time off and a new label to lead as soon as she came back, but this wasn't what she wanted. After not letting her go for 3 months, Min Heejin ended up quitting. As expected, the industry moved fast because as soon as she officially departed from the company, Min Heejin claims that she ended up receiving calls from different agencies, one of them being Hybe, who was back then only known as Big Hit Entertainment. In fact, she apparently received a call from a headhunter only 2 days after she left the company, who told her that Bang Si-hyuk wanted to see her. In screenshots of chats that she revealed to the public, Bang Si-hyuk reveals that he's a fan of Min Heejin, promising to treat her better than a board member and help her fulfill her creative direction. She stated, "I was thankful and I told him that I wouldn't let him down. He told me to build the Min Heejin world. I thought that we could create a synergy together." As Min Heejin revealed later, she joined Big Hit because they already had a set system, so it was much easier to join an established company rather than start her own. From her 17 years of working in the industry, she also knew that there was a chance that she couldn't secure any investors since she was a woman. On July 1st, 2019, Min Heejin joined Big Hit Entertainment as the chief brand officer. Big Hit's official statement clarified that her role in the company would involve supervising the brand during Big Hit's restructuring and label expansion.
And
as for Min Heejin, she would be serving as creative director for several labels under Big Hit and overseeing the debut of a new girl group. Additionally, Big Hit announced that she would be establishing her own label, scouting fresh talent, and producing music. In her statement, Min Heejin expressed both happiness and pressure in her new role. Bang Si-hyuk also conveyed his happiness about her joining and looked forward to seeing the innovative contributions she would make with her new label. However, the main reason why she joined Big Hit seemed to be the creation of a new girl group, because historically they were pretty unsuccessful in that area and Big Hit didn't seem confident to do so. Their first and only girl group, Glam, which debuted in 2012, was riddled with some pretty serious scandals and ended up disbanding in 2015. Min Heejin, on the other hand, had planned concepts for iconic girl groups like Red Velvet, Girls' Generation, and FX. So Bang Si-hyuk knew that if he were to debut a group with Min Heejin's direction, it would certainly be a hit. Not to mention that the girl group market was getting tougher, so Big Hit had no choice but to debut their own. However, they couldn't do so under their company since Bang Si-hyuk allegedly believed that BTS's female fans would be jealous, so they needed to make a girl group label, and this is where Source Music came in. Min Heejin claimed that before acquiring Source Music...
Jealous of what? Wait, go back?
So Big Hit had no choice but to debut their own. However, they couldn't do so under their company since Bang Si-hyuk allegedly believed that BTS's female fans would be jealous, so they needed to make a girl group label, and this is where Source Music came in.
Like, jealous of... I don't get it. I'm like genuinely like, I mean, it don't matter. I don't know what, like, I'm just jealous of the new girl group for being close to BTS. Maybe? I don't know. Continuing.
Female fans would be jealous, so they needed to make a girl group label, and this is where Source Music came in. Min Heejin claimed that before acquiring Source Music, Bang Si-hyuk told her that they could use the agency's female trainees to form a girl group. Min Heejin was against this, but since she had joined the company not long ago, she ultimately agreed. So on July 29th, 2019, Big Hit officially acquired Source Music. Once this happened, Big Hit started pushing for the debut of a new girl group. So on August 21st, they held a corporate briefing announcing that they were launching a global audition. According to Min Heejin, though, she recognized that Source Music lacked appeal as a label, so she took a risk by personally promoting auditions under her name. On September 4th, the auditions were advertised using Min Heejin's name, as the announcement stated that the new girl group would be led by Bang Si-hyuk and Min Heejin and was slated to debut in 2021. Bang Si-hyuk would be overseeing the group's production, while Min Heejin would take charge of creative direction and branding. Min Heejin was involved in everything, as she had designed the promotional posters and videos while Minji was the face of it. Since her name started getting attached to the project, the upcoming girl group was called Min Heejin's Girl Group, which made even more people audition, including Hani, who was cast through it. During the time the Plus Global audition was announced, Minji, who was already a trainee under Source Music since 2017 and who had taken part in the promotion material, also joined the lineup of the group. Heron and Danielle were picked for the lineup in 2020 after another round of
Who are these
auditions.
folks?
The members started practicing to be the first girl group under HYBE. However, then COVID hit and everything seemed to have gone downhill. First, Park Ji-won, the current CEO of HYBE, joined the company in May 2020 as the CEO of its headquarters. Min Heejin said that the two became friends since they were
I thought Bang Si-hyuk was the CEO of HYBE.
2020 as the CEO of its headquarters. Min Heejin said that the two became friends since they were close in age. But while she was becoming friends with Park Ji-won, her relationship with Bang Si-hyuk was getting strained, to say the least, as they ended up having a lot of arguments. It seemed like the pandemic took a toll on everyone, as according to her, they started thinking differently. In general, Bang Si-hyuk had no idea what to do, while Min Heejin had a clear vision of her plans, but they weren't getting approved. By that time, she had already conceived the ideas for Attention and Hype Boy, with one of them dating back to 2019, and had even drafted a plan. However, Bang Si-hyuk did not approve of the concept since he wanted to have a girl group with a Billie Eilish concept. We don't know what that means, but yeah, that's Bang Si-hyuk. The relationship between Min Heejin and Bang Si-hyuk was ruined beyond repair when HYBE was officially formed. In March of 2021, Big Hit announced its transformation into an entertainment lifestyle platform company named HYBE Corporation. During the changes, Min Heejin was given the responsibility of rebranding the company's image. It was around this time that Min Heejin allegedly learned that Source Music planned to debut another group before hers, despite their initial promise to debut Min Heejin's group first. According to her, New Jeans were supposed to be the first girl group that HYBE launched after the multi-label system was set in place, yet the company told her that they would actually debut Le Sserafim before her group, with Chaewon and Sakura as members. This seemed like a desperate move on HYBE's part, since they tried to get the group out as soon as possible to compete with the ever-growing girl group market. But what's important to mention here is that this decision only showed that Bang Si-hyuk had zero faith in Min Heejin's group. Understandably, she and the members' parents were furious because they worked really hard to get everything perfect. The timeline here gets kind of blurry since both parties gave contradicting statements, so we're going to present both sides of the story. In her press conference, Min Heejin talked about how angry
this the picture! This literally the picture! Maybe it's just the cynicism in me. But whenever folks like cry in situations like these, I do look at them like, and I question their motives, even though sometimes it could just be a very emotionally charged situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably something that I need to work on. But I gotta keep it honest. I did giggle when I seen like the clip of this. But I'm not going to do it anymore because I'm a changed man.
So we're going to present both sides of the story. In her press conference, Min Heejin talked about how angry she felt when she was informed that her group wasn't going to debut first, as she said, "I never knew that they were recruiting Sakura and Kim Chaewon, but then they said they were debuting that group first. I said I was going to quit and open a press conference."
Naruto?
Apparently, the company didn't explain the situation to the parents of the members or apologize to them, and when asked how to explain the situation to the parents, Bang Si-hyuk had nothing else to say except concept "it's not my business." Once the parents found out though, they blamed Source Music entirely and started fearing that New Jeans might never debut since the company didn't want to keep their promise. Later, Min Hee-jin remembered the difficulties she faced, including restrictions on interacting with the members and not even being allowed to leave Source Music due to HYBE's intervention despite her involvement in overseeing the songs and production for New Jeans. At this point, Min Hee-jin was seriously starting to doubt that HYBE could handle the management of two girl groups, so she tried to persuade Bang Si-hyuk to let her create her own label so she could speed up New Jeans' debut. With Le Sserafim being set to debut first, she knew that she would have to wait until they became stable for her to debut New Jeans. It was said that Bang Si-hyuk refused and told her that the members she had picked for the lineup wouldn't leave Source Music. This went back and forth for a while before Bang Si-hyuk finally agreed to give Min Hee-jin her own label, with the only condition being that HYBE held a 100% stake. However, she felt like she deserved something since this was her own original branding and all her creations, so this is how Adore came to be. The trademark for the company was registered on April 1st, and the company was established on November 12th, with HYBE giving them $11.7 million to debut their girl group. It was then that
$11 billion?
with HYBE giving them $11.7 million to debut.
Million or billion? Like, it's B with a B.
Debut their girl group. It was then that she transferred all New Jeans members to her own company. According to some sources, she had allegedly also snatched some Source Music employees as well, and that Source Music sold the trainee contracts to her and she paid for it with the money that HYBE had invested. She was also promised a future 20% stock, but according to Min Hee-jin, there was a catch. They were told by Park Ji-won that they shouldn't promote New Jeans before Le Sserafim debuts, so people would think that they were Min Hee-jin's group that the company had promised through the auditions. Even though she was angry, she still felt helpless, so she had no choice but to agree. Having a rebellious spirit, she still went and revealed that all the members were teens, which made people think that HYBE might be debuting two girl groups instead of one. Not only that, but at this point, they had no idea which one was Min Hee-jin's, which is what HYBE wanted in the first place. However, if we were to go by this timeline, some of the things that Min Hee-jin said during the press conference didn't make sense. She claimed that Bang Si-hyuk and HYBE's current CEO Park Ji-won decided to debut Le Sserafim because of Chaewon and Sakura. However, IZ*ONE disbanded on April 29th, so it means that they were both tied to their previous companies by the time Adore was being set up. In November 2022, Chaewon revealed that when Sakura left after IZ*ONE disbanded, she thought she might never see her again or be in the same group with her. So when IZ*ONE disbanded, Chaewon was either unaware that she would be in Le Sserafim with Sakura, or Min Hee-jin was looking to present an excuse for why she moved the New Jeans members to Adore. Source Music signed both Chaewon and Sakura on March 14th, 2022 and debuted Le Sserafim on May 2nd of the same year. Everything seemed a bit too rushed, but under their circumstances, nobody was surprised that they decided to speed things up, so now that they had debuted, it was New Jeans' turn. Hye-in, who had joined the lineup after Adore had already been established, pitched the idea of the group debuting with no teasers or an announcement, which turned out to be iconic. New Jeans officially debuted with Attention in July of 2022. It seems like Bang Si-hyuk wasn't happy with the group or was harboring some petty feelings because according to Min Hee-jin, he never congratulated the girls on their debut, not even once. This also showed in December of 2022 when New Jeans released Ditto and it became an instant hit, breaking all records. However, based on the messages that Min Hee-jin showed, Bang Si-hyuk came across as not being happy that the song was doing so well, which was definitely weird. If a song from a group under his label was successful, why wouldn't he be happy? In the third quarter of the year, there were rumors that the second season of Island would be airing, but it was postponed. It's important to mention this because it has a strong connection to the following events. 2023 was pretty uneventful when it came to the feud. New Jeans had very successful releases, so within a single year, Adore experienced a remarkable surge in revenue, skyrocketing from roughly $135 million in 2022 to an impressive $802 million in 2023.
That is impressive.
As we mentioned, originally, Bang Si-hyuk had intended to grant Min Hee-jin the promised 20% stock options. However, she insisted on a higher compensation, citing the hefty 45% tax rate at the acquisition point. Eventually, he opted to give her low-cost stocks equivalent to an 18% stake.
Damn.
According to Hana Securities, Adore was valued at approximately $1.45 billion at that point, and by the year's end, Min Hee-jin's compensation alone reached an impressive sum of roughly $291 million. In addition to that, the second season of Island basically turned into another survival show called Are You Next, which aired from June to September. The show ended with a 6-member lineup group which would later be known as ILIT. At the end of the year, Adore's vice president left HYBE's finance department to join Adore. Allegedly, it was during this time that he started downloading HYBE's financial data so he could sell it. After this,
What?
from June to September. The show ended with a 6-member lineup group which would later be known as ILIT. At the end of the year, Adore's vice president left HYBE's finance department to join Adore. Allegedly, it was during this time that he started downloading HYBE's financial data so he could sell it. After this, HYBE received a tip that Min Hee-jin was meeting with investors to push the company into selling its shares in Adore. Around 2 to 3 months later, on March 23, 2024, as per HYBE's timeline, the vice president, who is referred to as L, drafted documents detailing how to persuade GIC, a Singaporean sovereign wealth fund, and PIF, Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund, to acquire Adore, but the situation got messy just a few days later. On March 25th, ILIT made their debut, gaining reactions from netizens due to their similarity to NewJeans' concept and music. Seems like Min Hee-jin and her team thought the same thing as concerns were raised about their teasers looking the same, and the music video also shared some similarities. 4 days later,
Was
on
the
March
music video good,
29th,
though?
the vice president made another document, which included objectives to pressure HYBE into selling their shares and allowing Adore to become a fully independent company. On April 3rd, Adore made their first official complaint towards HYBE. The vice president sent emails to Park Ji-won, who served as CEO of HYBE, B-Lift's CEO Kim Tae-ho, and other officials at the company, asking them to take action against the plagiarism of NewJeans' concept and choreography without Adore's consent, urging the company to reply to them as soon as possible. Min Hee-jin wrote another email.
Bro, but this is where I'm kind of, this is where I'm kind of like not sure. Like, is it not under? It's under high though.
Asking them to take action against the plagiarism of NewJeans' concept and choreography without Adore's consent, urging the company to reply to them as soon as possible. Min Hee-jin wrote another email on April 16th to Park Ji-won, Bong Shi-hyuk, HYBE America's CEO Scooter Braun, and others, emphasizing that they aren't happy with how the company treated NewJeans and their achievements. In this email, she accused ILIT of copying NewJeans and expressed disapproval of HYBE's management style. B-Lift Lab responded to the complaints on April 22nd with a 6-page email which was sent before the deadline that Min Hee-jin gave for a response. On the same day, HYBE announced that they had launched an audit on Min Hee-jin and the vice president and visited the offices of the company to retrieve computer assets and secure witness statements. They also threatened legal action if they found anything to prove that they were indeed planning a coup. Min Hee-jin didn't hesitate on giving a response, as in a few hours she released her first statement implying that the basis of the conflict between Adore and HYBE was the fact that ILIT copied NewJeans and that the company was using NewJeans' name to promote the new group. Her initial interview was met with explosive reactions, so she gave an additional interview on April 23rd saying that HYBE's accusations towards her didn't make sense and that she never met with investors. Deadline to turn in laptops was the same day, while the deadline for the audit questionnaire was the day after, but according to HYBE, Min Hee-jin failed to cooperate both times. So, to refute all their claims and expose what was really going on, Min Hee-jin held a 2-hour-long press conference on April 25th, most of which we have already discussed here, so no need to go through all that again.
That's like what I only cared about.
Except for HYBE's response on April 26th, both sides have been relatively quiet, probably since there's more accusations going on, and HYBE has yet to present evidence for all the claims they made, but as far as we have seen, this is
this the full story? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't really know though, because it seemed like there's more behind the scenes that I don't even know about. But from what I'm seeing, it kind of seemed like Min Hee-jin is like trying to get her money's worth, because she knows what's gonna pop and what's not gonna pop.
If you're expecting a detailed explanation of what is happening between Adore and HYBE, I highly recommend getting informed about the entire case and how multiple K-pop groups are being affected. This is a channel dedicated to BTS, so I will heavily focus on the current smear campaign against BTS as a result of this corporate conflict. But there is so much more to this story. This video will only address one of the many consequences of this conflict and is mainly directed at BTS's fans' army. First, some necessary background. Hype is a company known for its multi-label system. That means that they own multiple music labels. Some labels already existed before and Hype bought them, while others were created from scratch. Mingy Jin was an SM executive for 17 years before moving to Hype, where she was supposed to create and manage a girl group under the sub-label Source Music. However, Hype gave her the opportunity to create her own group under a new label with a capital funding of 16.1 billion won. So Mingy Jin was appointed as the CEO of the new label Adore, and she formed the group New Jeans. This way, she owns 18% of Adore, while 80% belongs to Hype. However, Hype has recently requested Mingy Jin to resign from her CEO position because they have secured evidence of her planning to take over management rights of Adore on a secret plan titled Project 1945, named after South Korea's independence year.
Boy, this doomsday ass title, boy. Project 1945, okay.
And titled Project 1945,
Project
named
Manhattan
after
type
South
beat.
Korea's independence year.
I like it.
According to Hype, Mingy Jin and Adore's vice president, Mr. A, were planning to leave Hype and become independent by wrongfully obtaining and leaking private Hype contracts, company data, health records and pictures of artists, and more sensitive internal information with outside financial investors and sources. Hype claims that their internal investigation showed that Adore's vice president played an important role in the leaking of these documents by moving from Hype to Adore and bringing with him key information that could make Project
slimy,
1945
though.
possible. And this plan would have included blackmailing Hype. As a response to these and many more accusations, Mingy Jin released a statement and then made a press conference where she denied most accusations in tears and accused Hype of different things. Among these accusations, she said that Hype and Chairman Ban Shi-hyuk helped the sub-label Belief Lab copy her group New Jeans while creating their new group Islet. In her official statement, Mingy Jin said, "Islet is copying New Jeans in all aspects of entertainment activities, including hair, makeup, clothing, choreography, photos, videos, and event appearances."
Oh, is this like examples right here? Hold on. Which one is New Jeans? Ooh, this dude look a little similar. Like on some like, you know? I thought this was all one group. If this is all like New Jeans Islet, this dude look mad similar. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you.
Hair, makeup, clothing, choreography, photos, videos, and event appearances. So Adore states that all Mingy Jin is doing is protecting these factors from being plagiarized. They refer to these factors as New Jeans' cultural achievements. Mingy Jin also stated that promoting Islet as New Jeans' junior group or New Jeans' younger sister group is unacceptable, ignoring the fact that New Jeans was also promoted as BTS's younger sister group. Moreover, Mingy Jin accuses Ban Shi-hyuk of ignoring her complaints about Islet and says that these complaints are the reason why Hype wants her out of Adore. But Islet is not the only group. Mingy Jin and Adore reportedly attempted to gather evidence that groups Islet, Duo Su, and Rise plagiarized New Jeans. A Hype insider said that one of the priorities part of Hype's internal investigation involved Mingy Jin interviewing agency staff members of these three rookie groups and monitoring public opinion in online communities to strengthen their case that those groups plagiarized.
Bro, are we using public opinions in online communities as like evidence? That's not a, yeah, bro. Yeah, I understand that like most of these folks in these online communities they don't get reading comprehension. Like that's just something that don't click. Not only that, but like people will literally lie and say some horrid shit just to defend the people that like they stand, bro. It's bad. It's bad, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I be looking at some of the stuff that folks say, and I'm like, yo, are you even reading what you're typing? Hell no.
interviewing agency staff members of these three rookie groups and monitoring public opinion in online communities to strengthen their case that those groups plagiarized New Jeans. In contrast, Adore stated that such claims are completely unfounded. Apparently, titles are very important for Mi Hee-jin. She claims that the group Les Seraphim stole the momentum of the first hype girl group that was supposedly promised to her.
성진님이랑 회의실을 잡아서 무슨 일인데요? 그랬더니 희진님 저희 그 하이브 첫 번째 걸그룹 지금 준비하던 이 팀은 소스 차기 걸그룹으로 나가야 될 것 같습니다. 그 소스에서 그 사쿠라 김채원을 필두로 한 새로운 그룹을 첫 번째로 내게 됐어요 라고 저한테 통보를 하는 거예요. 그래서 내가 그 당시에도 제가 솔직히 말하면 좀 쌍욕을 했었어요 지원님한테. 너네 양아치냐? 왜 약속 깨냐?
Hype accused
Are you thugs? Like,
쌍욕을 했었어요 지원님한테. 너네 양아치냐? 왜 약속 깨냐?
Hype accuses a third person of being involved. Hype alleges that Adore's vice president requested a foreign securities analyst to review the outline of the independence plan and arrange a meeting with a foreign investor to facilitate the sale of Adore. Initially, the claim about this investor was that he went to South Korea for a Hype meeting, but this third person made sure the investor talked to Adore's executives prior to the Hype meeting. Chat logs between Adore's vice president and Mi Hee-jin reveal that Adore did meet this foreign investor. A newer development being reported from the first day in court is that this was not just a foreign investor. Reportedly, Mi Hee-jin actually met the chairman of the company Dunamu and Naver officials over dinner to propose her takeover plans and pressure Hype to abandon Adore. This is a bigger deal than Mi Hee-jin talking to a random foreign investor because
is it Naver like Google? Wait, Naver is under Weverse, which is under Hybe? Is this what I'm seeing?
Adore. This
Oh wow, I'm not gonna hold you, bruh. Something about the way Boracity expresses info, it like, I'm gonna keep it all the way a bean. That first video we watched about this situation was boring. I ain't want to say it because we was gaining info, but I almost was falling asleep in that, boy. I was just like, ugh, this is like so much more. I don't know. Maybe it's because I just like Boracity. That's auntie for real. But like, dang, is Naver really under? Hold on.
This is a bigger deal than Mi Hee-jin talking to a random foreign investor because Naver holds 49% of the shares of Hype's Weverse company, and Dunamu is the third largest shareholder in Hype, and they have the right to nominate directors. So if there are executives who could pressure Hype to abandon Adore, it would be them. The investors knew that this could be a massive conflict of interest, so they were the ones to report this meeting. Additionally, Hype claims that the third person involved was the one
Wait, so the investors? What?
would beat them. The investors knew that this could be a massive conflict of interest.
So hold on. Mi Hee-jin met up with the investors and the investors told Hybe like Mi Hee-jin is no good?
So they were the ones to report this meeting.
Is that what-
Additionally, Hype claims that the third person involved was the one to propose civil actions against other labels and Hype Corporate. Adore's vice president has denied any involvement with an independence plan and admitted that the 1945 files do exist but are just his personal thoughts. Mi Hee-jin also denies the accusations. She refuses to resign or turn in her company laptop and says that her conversations about independence were not serious because she knows seizing control would be impossible. She also adds that her contract has contradictions and this bounds her to Hype forever. I recommend reading more about these accusations and the responses by Hype and Mi Hee-jin because there's a lot more about this case and there's new information every day. Project 1945 involves multiple Hype groups and way more accusations against Hype and Adore. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I only wanted to explain the basics necessary to show how BTS became part of this conflict.
Tell me about that.
Because this is a BTS channel.
What is auntie in Korean? Oh, big panger. Big panger. Big panger.
Although BTS has nothing to do with this conflict, they are now in the middle of everything. Hype claims to have secured a conversation of Mi Hee-jin talking to a shaman about her project 1945 and
Like a old type wizard? What is a what is a shaman? A person regarded as person regarded as having access to and influence in the world of good and evil spirits. Interesting. What powers do they got? These niggas is basically druids.
Conversation of Min Hee-jin talking to a shaman about her project 1945.
That's a
and
wizard,
BTS.
Auntie.
Snippets of the conversation.
Wait,
were
where'd she
released
find
in the
that?
form of a
Wait,
forensic
hold on. Where'd she find a shaman?
and BTS. Snippets of the conversation were released in the form of a forensic transcript. So apparently, this shaman chose the name Adore for the label, helped Min Hee-jin choose her employees and take over plans, and did witchcraft on Hive executives and BTS. The
No. I refuse. I don't know why I'm refusing, but I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't really know nothing about that magic shit, but I do know that like voodoo is 1000% real. Y'all probably be like, well, how you know that, nigga? I know.
and did witchcraft on Hive executives and BTS. The conversation shows that the shaman did witchcraft to send BTS away because it would benefit Min Hee-jin if BTS weren't here. Hive claims that Min Hee-jin also discussed BTS's military service with Adore's vice president on February 4th. They mentioned BTS not being able to return for a year, and because this makes the company weak, Ban Shi-hyuk can be finished off. As part of the process of trying to hurt Hype through BTS, Min Hee-jin also tried to contact the accountant who manages BTS with no apparent reason. So Min Hee-jin was doing all the preparations and waiting for the moment when the 7 members were gone. But to do what exactly?
Right.
In Hive's forensic data, there is a record of Min Hee-jin's instruction to prepare for a public opinion campaign.
Oh my goodness. Yo, this is like crazy. Yo, this is different than what I was like, what the first video was talking about. The first video ain't say nothing about all this. I'm not gonna hold you.
When the 7 members were gone. But
Drink your
to
water.
do what exactly? In Hive's forensic data, there is a record of Min Hee-jin's instruction to prepare for a public opinion campaign starting in April. April comes and the plan is exposed by Hive, but all of the BTS members ended up going to the military. So Project 1945 starts as planned. First, according to Hive's internal investigation, Min Hee-jin told an outsider that Chairman Ban Shi-hyuk is actually where he is right now because he copied her. She reportedly said, "In fact, he's copied from me and come this far," as well as Chairman Ban Shi-hyuk copied me and created BTS.
Liar! Nah, we need to stop the cap button. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. How did Bung PD copy you and make BTS when BTS is one of one, nigga? That's like a skater looking at another skater performing a brand new trick and then saying, oh yeah, he copied me and got it. But you never performed that trick before, so how did he copy you? Dumbass nigga, that's a new thing. How did no, that's actually dumb as hell.
Min Hee-jin told an outsider that Chairman Ban Shi-hyuk is actually where he is right now because he copied her. She reportedly said, "In fact, he's copied from me and come this far," as well as Chairman Ban Shi-hyuk copied me and created BTS. Others say the translation is closer to Chairman Ban Shi-hyuk copied me and created a BTS. In any case, she completely denies to have said this.
Okay, I don't get it. A BTS? There's no other BTS look like comparisons.
Me and created a BTS. In any case, she completely denies to have said this. Many wonder what exactly she means when saying that BTS copied her. This is not a definitive answer, but many correlate the fact that starting in 2014, BTS were accused of copying an SM group about things as common as school uniforms. Min Hee-jin was working at SM at the time, so accusing everyone of plagiarism is not something new for her. But again,
niggas can't wear a uniform. Hey, niggas can't wear school uniforms now.
SM at the time, so accusing everyone of plagiarism is not something new for her. But again, this is just an speculation to what she was referring to. Then April comes. HYBE asks Jin to resign, and the public opinion campaign is allegedly about to start. A wave of articles accusing BTS and other HYBE groups of different things starts being published by South Korean media. But BTS, of course, is the center of attention. BTS manipulates charts, buys awards, inflates sales, plagiarizes music. BTS is linked to a cult, one after the other and non-stop. Baseless rumors.
What the? To a cult is crazy.
Buys awards.
Can I
inflates
join?
Sales, plagiarizes music, and even BTS is linked to a cult, one after the other and non-stop. Baseless rumors are published as serious accusations. This didn't stop for days. But let's look closely at these rumors. The accusation that BTS manipulates their numbers started in 2015 because it was unbelievable that a group from a small company could outsell groups from the big three labels.
Damn.
The rumors were so prominent back then that BTS's label Big Hit was brought to court. Big Hit won and the case was terminated. Actually, the investigation made it obvious that BTS's growth was so organic that they started selling well since 2014 and slowly started outselling the big three in 2015. But the media was so centered around the big labels that they never reported about BTS's continuing growth. BTS climbed to the top very little by little, but because they were not from the big three, no one took them seriously. No one saw them as a threat and no one considered them real competition. Only when they started winning major awards against big three groups, the media and fans of the big three started accusing BTS
Bro, this shit a blowout or what, my nigga?
against big three groups. The media and fans of the big three started accusing BTS of paying for their achievements. But like this investigation showed, BTS's numbers only seemed as a surprise because of all the media play surrounding the big three. BTS legally cleaned their name, but this
I was there for this.
Was horrific. These accusations from 9 years ago are now being resurfaced for no reason and almost in the form of spam. Some are even asking for a new investigation to happen, although there are no reasons for a new investigation. To this day, all of BTS's numbers make sense. They made sense then and they make sense now. Their numbers of album sales, streams, and tour crowds have always matched. BTS's numbers are massive because they truly have a massive audience.
God dang,
and you can actually see this audience in their sold-out stadium tours, or even random events where BTS is not even present. Their fans always show up. This cannot be said about some of the biggest groups in K-pop. Their numbers don't always match. They have millions of album sales, but very few streams. They have millions of sales, but struggle to sell out concerts that are supposed to meet their sales numbers. But of course, there's no investigation for them. The same way, rumors about BTS plagiarizing music, concepts, and more are being reported by South Korean media out of nowhere, just like in 2014 and 2016. But once again, these accusations are years old and they have 14 and 2016. But once again, these accusations are years old and they have already won every single one of their cases. This is not being reported by South Korean media, only the rumors are. A new rumor being shared is that BTS is part of a religious cult because the university they attended has used BTS's image for promotion and the founder of the university is allegedly linked to a cult. Although multiple idols from multiple labels have attended and promoted this same online university, only BTS are the ones being accused of being part of a cult. As a response, Big Hit, the university, and even the organization accused of being a cult have released statements saying that BTS has nothing to do with them. But once again, the validity of the accusations are not the point of this smear campaign. HYBE showed in court a conversation in which
God dang, bro, what is it about? Is it just the, like, these niggas got no lives. What is it about BTS that just makes folks like, I just need to hate them? Like, is it the success thing? I'm confused. Bro, when you move about in a way that is positive, I noticed this. You can't get away with talking shit about people that like have interacted positively with other people. Cause people will speak up. They not gonna keep quiet if you, like, for example, if someone talks shit about me online on Twitter, they say some crazy shit, I promise you, the tribe will say something. You will. Same for BTS. And I'm saying this because it's actually a perfect example. I see folks talking about BTS in a crazy way. I can't just not say nothing, bro. These niggas on BTS dick crazy. That's literally, like, it's been years. They've been gargling BTS's nuts for years.
Saying that BTS has nothing to do with them. But once again, the validity of the accusations are not the point of this smear campaign.
I just joined and I'm seeing that,
a
like, folks have
conversation
been
in which
gargling
Mickey Jean says the following: whether the Fair Trade Commission investigates or not
hold on. Let me turn on
accusations are
captions
not
again.
the point of this smear campaign. Hype showed in court a conversation in which Mickey Jean says the following: whether the Fair Trade Commission investigates or not, all we need is a headline. This is nothing more than a public opinion campaign. By
Hey, I'm just like, hey, when Cat Williams said 2024 gonna be a year of truth, listen. It's so easy to sway the opinions of the public, especially if you have money, especially if you have Mi Jin type money or Bang Shi Hyuk. I don't know how you say his name, Pung PD money. So when you see these headlines and these articles and these very, very callous titles, open your ears and close your eyes. You just need to listen. They're lying. Or they're trying to paint a narrative. So please read, analyze, and form opinions after you have gathered enough evidence.
says the following: whether the Fair Trade Commission investigates or not, all we need is a headline. This is nothing more than a public opinion campaign. By damaging the image of BTS, the public starts doubting the actions of HYBE as a company, and many take Min Hee-jin's side. More importantly, by putting BTS's name in every headline at any cost, the accusations against Min Hee-jin and HYBE take a backseat. When I first heard about K-pop, there was a misconception shared by the international
Tell me about
general
it.
public. K-pop is a project created and promoted by the South Korean government. Although I didn't instantly and fully believe this idea, it did create a misleading picture of who BTS is, because BTS is undeniably the most recognizable name from South Korea.
Niggas in prison
From
know
the
them.
international point of view, it's easy to perceive BTS as this beloved and heavily promoted group by not only the K-pop industry, but also by the South Korean media and government. They are proud of BTS, so of course they wouldn't instantly believe these baseless rumors, right? This cannot be further from the truth. Like this 2015 investigation proved, BTS was a surprise for the K-pop industry and not a pleasant one. The K-pop industry maintained a well-established
I was gonna
hierarchy
say,
of power. The big three companies
Whenever there's a established like order of power, anything that comes to disrupt that like established hierarchy is typically not met with like come join. It's more like, who the fuck are you? You're like, let's destroy you because like you're gonna try to take my spot essentially. So I never was under the impression that folks is welcoming to be. I've seen evidence that clearly there's still folks who are upset at the success BTS has to this day. It's like, my nigga, oh my god.
The K-pop industry maintained a well-established hierarchy of power. The big three companies, run by businessmen with not only a lot of money, but with a lot of power, created an industry in which they are always at the top. Their groups were the only ones that could truly compete to be the most popular,
I don't know a
because their
single
groups
none
are
of
the
these
only
niggas.
ones being promoted by the media. This was always like this, no exceptions. This was until BTS appeared and completely destroyed
know
the
them.
pattern. When
I
BTS
do know
debuted
them.
in 2013, their label
I was
Big
just
Hit
waiting.
was not even a medium label like many others. It was a very small company that was close to bankruptcy.
Well, I know that room
BTS
smell
was
crazy.
their last chance of surviving in the industry, and as you know now, it worked. Because BTS didn't have opportunities in South Korean mainstream media, they heavily relied on social media, and a strategy the K-pop industry dismissed because they already own the narrative. They already own South Korea's media and public. But BTS's genuine social media presence helped them gain a worldwide following so big that surpassed every K-pop label combined. In other words, BTS did not, does not, and will never rely on traditional media. With this context, it's easier to understand why the industry is so open to entertain and even
Bro, that's probably why these niggas have been ahead of the curve in a lot of ways. Music, like social media presence.
Every K-pop label combined.
That's crazy.
In other words, BTS did not, does not, and will never rely on traditional media. With this context, it's easier to understand why the industry is so open to entertain and even promote negative rumors against the biggest moneymaker in the K-pop industry. They're willing to do all of this because they don't have power over BTS.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that HYBE doesn't have power over BTS either, so they shouldn't be part of this conflict at all. Out of all the sub-labels, Big Hit Music is the only independent and unlisted label in HYBE. In theory, HYBE and Adore can destroy each other to pieces, and Big Hit would survive. But that is
What?
so
BTS not. So Big Hit under HYBE and BTS is under Big Hit, but Big Hit is independent. So does that mean that Big Hit is still under HYBE labels? If they're independent and unlisted?
the only independent and unlisted label in HYBE. In theory, HYBE and Adore can destroy each other to pieces, and Big Hit would survive. But that is not really the point. The downfall of HYBE is an opportunity to proclaim the downfall of BTS and the rise of the Big Three,
Never.
as things should be.
Who are
It's the
them
same
niggas?
story from the Western music industry. The Big Three create.
By the way, when I there's no disrespect meant to any other group, but I be asking questions. I don't know who folks are. I'm still relatively new to this K-pop scene. So if you see somebody that you really love and I'm like, who the hell are you? Don't think I'm like, oh, fuck you, you're trash. No, I'm not. I didn't say none of that. I'm genuinely just wondering, who the hell are you? Like, who are them niggas? That's literally it, bro.
And Big Hit would survive. But that is not really the point.
Right.
The downfall of HYBE is an opportunity to proclaim the downfall of BTS
Impossible.
and the rise of the Big Three,
Who are
as
them
things
niggas?
should be. It's the same story from the Western music industry. The Big Three creates, promotes, and celebrates its own artists. Everyone else is treated as an obstacle. South Korean media, or the Big Three in particular, is very salty
Oh,
about
whisper in my ear,
BTS
auntie.
becoming the most successful group without their help, so they are more than willing to share baseless rumors. But it's only them. As you can see, the legal battle between HYBE and Minhyejin is being reported by international media, but
It's
the smear
Minhyejin's
campaign
okay.
against BTS is not. This is because the legal battle is real, but the rumors against BTS come from nothing and have no evidence, so there's no single accusation to take seriously. These old Twitter accounts with 0 followers are not sources. The only ones who are willing to take these comments as serious accusations are South Korean media. And again, this is not new. It happens to BTS a lot because they are the biggest quote-unquote enemy, but South Korean media has previously facilitated smear campaigns against multiple artists. One example I think it's important to talk about is the smear campaign against Tablo from the group Epic
Hi,
High,
Tablo.
because he's one of the few who have been very outspoken
I think
about
I like
it. Random
Tablo. I
people
gotta listen to his
online
music.
accuse Tablo of lying about graduating from Stanford University. These random online accusations became front-page news in South Korea. Tablo posted his university transcripts, but South Korean netizens did not believe him, and the accusations only intensified. So Tablo visited Stanford University and made a documentary in which he had the university registrar reprint his documents, while Stanford professors attested to the validity
And
of
what
the
did the-
documents,
what did the
all
internet
on
say?
camera. Additionally, the university and the police provided proof that he graduated from
Bro, so the nigga provided proof the first time and folks was like, no.
documents, while
What?
Stanford professors attested to the validity of the documents, all on camera. Additionally, the university and the police provided proof that he graduated from Stanford. But like I said before, it doesn't matter how ridiculous the accusations are. It doesn't matter how much proof you give or how many investigations you win. Smear campaigns in South Korea are aggressive and there's nothing to stop them. Tablo said, Black Mirror wasn't out yet, but I felt like this was some horror sci-fi thing where the entire country I had been living in collectively agreed to basically mind f me. Nothing I would say would be accepted as truth, and they have collectively agreed to be delusional. It's either they are delusional, all of them, or I'm delusional. Can you understand now why the current smear campaign against
That shit
BTS, as silly
pissed
as
me
it
off, I'm not
sounds,
gonna lie.
is mentally draining for BTS and the fandom? BTS confessed that the previous smear campaigns against them nearly made them break up.
저는 이 상을 받아도 울었을 거고 안 받아도 울었을 것 같아요. 올해는 너무 많은 고생을 했기 때문에.
저희가 올해를 보내오면서 조금 힘든 일들도 있을 수도 있잖아요. 저희가 그런 일들을 겪어오면서 저희끼리 모여서 얘기하면서 뒤돌아보는 시간들이 좀 있었던 것 같아요.
올해 초에 저희가 되게 심적으로 많이 힘들었었어요. 그래서 저희끼리 얘기를 하면서 해체를 할까 말까 고민도 했고,
Shaky voices.
근데 다시 마음을 정말 다잡고.
Just like Taulo said, it was exhausting for BTS to deny and win their cases, all for the smear campaigns to continue.
뭐 언급하지 않아도 팬분들이 다 아실 텐데 그게 아닌데 하면서도 엄청 속상하고 그랬거든요.
Now the BTS members are not even here to defend themselves. Now it's the most convenient time for these accusations to be spread. So, do you really think this is not a planned attack, part of the public?
Bro, this shit kind of lame, bro. It's like lose-lose. Oh boy, bro, that's really lame. I'm not gonna hold you. I have no other words to use than there's no like, you can't win in such a situation. It's either you say nothing and the accusations continue, or you say something and the accusations. Bro, what? I'd lose my mind if I'm being honest. There's nothing worse than telling the truth and folks saying you're lying. When you're telling the truth with evidence, and niggas is saying you're lying. Then fight me then.
Here to defend themselves. Now it's the most convenient time for these accusations to be spread. So, do you really think this is not a planned attack, part of the public opinion campaign from April? Do you really think being discovered would stop her plan after doing witchcraft and planning for this
That
exact
ass was
moment?
doing witchcraft. Like,
BTS cannot defend themselves because right now they are not civilians. They are enlisted in the military, and Mi Yijing knew this. According to forensic data, she waited for the exact range of time when all the 7 members wouldn't be present to start her independence plan. So although they cannot respond as civilians right now, BTS's response through their label is that because this is a movement that has become excessive, they are now engaging with a new separate legal team especially dedicated to sue every person defaming and slandering them. Big Hit even said that it won't matter if the people defaming BTS retract their words by eliminating their comments or articles. That's how serious they are taking this case, and that's how bad the comments are. We can already see some of the results, as certain media outlets are firing writers and systematically deleting posts. However, many feel like this is not enough. BTS will come back and the media will appropriate their achievements once again while ignoring all the damage they helped create. Just like always, the South Korean entertainment industry will ask BTS to represent them and promote K-pop as a whole whenever they have the opportunity. Remember that the South Korean government not only investigated BTS back then, but also pushed BTS to represent the country multiple times. BTS wanted to start their military service around the summer of 2022, but the government begged them to become ambassadors for the World Expo 2030, to the point of contacting the parents of the BTS members so they could convince them. Again, for the media and the public, BTS had to accept. BTS canceled their plans of starting their military service during the summer. They accepted to become ambassadors and perform a free concert to help South Korea win the bid for the World Expo. They changed all of their plans just for the government to leave the responsibility of the concert to BTS. If the concert was a disorganized mess or ended up in tragedy, you can guess who the media would blame. So BTS had no other choice but pay themselves to have a safe, free concert for their government. When is this going to stop? Will South Korea ever have the backs of BTS, or will they?
These niggas look cool as shit, boy. Why they came out like thugs? Mafia boss
no other choice but pay themselves to have a safe, free concert for their government. When is this going to stop? Will South Korea ever have the backs of BTS, or will they forever be jealous of the group that didn't need them to succeed?
Oh, what is that? What is that? Hold on.
Out of all these smear campaigns against BTS, this is one of the worst ones. Maybe not the worst, but it's definitely one of the most baseless and aggressive. And we need to expect more rumors to come in the upcoming weeks because Min Hee-jin and HYBE have been in court for just one day. All kinds of accusations against the biggest group in the world are normal. But now it's an organized effort and BTS are not here to defend themselves. BTS has cleaned their name time and time again with previous smear campaigns. They have defeated every single accusation, but that doesn't matter. By creating new rumors and bringing all the previous accusations at once, even if they are 100% debunked, BTS's image is put in question. The accusations will be on the front pages, and that's all they need. In times like this, there's no general public who will listen and applaud them. All they're going to do is jump on the hate train like they always do. Because the media is spreading this hate campaign so aggressively and the general public is consuming these rumors, the only ones who can defeat these narratives are the fandom. So now more than ever, it's important to bring back the small fandom mindset we had in previous smear campaigns. Aggressive rumors are only defeated with aggressive support. That's the only thing that can drown the rumors right now. That was the force that made BTS survive their previous smear campaigns and become as big as they are now. BTS had no one in the industry supporting them, and for new fans who met BTS as mainstream BTS, it can be hard to accept that to this day, BTS continues lacking industry support. And BTS has clearly said that they wanted to break up in 2018 because they couldn't stand this treatment. So please take this smear campaign seriously. We know that BTS will be celebrated as a nation's pride when they come back in 2025. They will be asked to represent the country and their achievements will be considered K-pop's achievements. But don't forget this moment. Just like with the smear campaigns from 2015, 2017, and 2018, let BTS know that we are here and we know the truth.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I really wish we're more aware of how powerful a lot of words can be, bro. Bohr is right. Even though it is easier to move on and forgive, I don't think we can. I don't think you should. Because when things can switch at the drop of a hat like that, you have to be prepared for that switch. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I don't particularly care about none of this shit, if I'm being honest. I care in the way that I don't want nothing to happen to BTS. I don't care in the way that none of this shit to me it just doesn't even seem possibly real. BTS has to say something themselves for me to be like, oh, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking the word of anybody else. I'm not gonna hold you. That's what I mean. I'm not taking the word of anybody else except BTS. Damn. Like, money is a crazy thing, bruh. Money really be making folks move crazily, because that's what it all stems down to. I don't particularly know what the resolution can or will be for this situation. It seemed like they really trying to get Adore, the Min Hee-jin, Win Kin Fin. They trying to get her fired. That's what it seemed like. So I don't really know. Is there an interview of, not the interview, but is there the press conference? I am a little bit confused though. Because even though her methods seem a little bit weird, Min Hee-jin seem like she trying to get her due. Like what she's owed, what she's worth. But she's just going about it in a weird way. And I think what's making shit worse is that she's using BTS name in such a negative light. That's what's kind of throwing me off. Because if she didn't do that, I mean, shawty summoned a witchcraft shamanism wizard on them niggas, bro. Just to enact her Project 1945 independence plan. So it's like, I don't know, cuz that's throwing me off on a major level. But like everything other than that, it seemed like she just trying to get her money. And maybe Big Hit might have like finessed her or something. And she just trying to get, cause if Big Hit's group Illit copied her New Jeans exact style, they copied the whole flow, then yeah, that's kind of crazy. And yeah, I'd be mad if I came up with that shit. But I am a bit confused, because aren't they under the same, like they under HYBE? So it's the same type of, you feel me? Maybe it could have went in me and Jen's favor, but she's doing things the wrong way in my opinion. And I'm saying this with the sparse information I have. Enough of me though. No, seriously, enough of me. It's been your boy Tri Blue, and in case I don't see you, just in case. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, good day, good night. Good night. Yeah, it's the end. Leave a like and share it to your friends and your kin. When I post a video, I'm gonna need y'all to attend. Thank you for the view, but I ain't done with you. 2023, I'm about to be Jordan with the flu. Yeah, join the tribe. Yeah, join the tribe. I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe.